On this episode, learn what it takes to host an FAI World Championship.
Plus, meet another AMA staff member.
And learn about a new program highlighting the generosity of our clubs and members. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air.
Hello and welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Chris Savage.
And I'm Erin Dobbs.
The Black Sheep Exhibition Squadron will be hosting the Don Martin Cup for indoor free flight helicopters on April 27th in Pacoima, California. Don Martin himself will present the prizes, and the event is now open to wingless autogyros as well.
The Fayette Flyers will be holding the Southeast Electric Flight Festival in Andersonville, Georgia, April 23rd through the 29th. This 17th annual Fun Fly is open to all forms of e-powered flight with vendors on site.
The Gulf Coast Pattern Championship will take place April 21st and 22nd in Sulphur, Louisiana. The contest is hosted by the Lake Area Radio Control Society.
The Prop Snappers will be hosting a Kiwanis Float Fly-In April 28th and 29th in Standish, Maine. The landing fee is $15 for weekends and $10 for a single day.
The Albuquerque Rc Club is holding the High Desert Jet Fly-In in Albuquerque, New Mexico, April 19th through the 22nd. The field features a smooth and newly paved 800-foot runway and shade-covered tables.
The Gene Hempel Memorial and Control Line Spring Warm-Up will take place in Dallas, Texas, April 27th to the 29th. The event is hosted by the Dallas Model Aircraft Association.
For more information on these events or to find one in your area, you can check out the sanctioned event calendar in Model Aviation or at modelaircraft.org.
So, the more we get into the flying season, the harder it is to visit all the events.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get busier. It seems like just in the second half of April, we've got events in every discipline just in California alone.
That's very true.
So it's only going to get busier, and you're going to want to make sure you check out that sanctioned event calendar to find out something to go to near you.
Right. Coming up, we will take a glimpse into the process of planning an FAI World Championship.
Do you have a story you think we should have on AMA Air? Then visit air.modelaircraft.org and tell us about it by sending us an airmail. And if you're not already a member of the AMA, be sure to visit modelaircraft.org and sign up today.
The 6th Annual National Model Aviation Day will be celebrated on August 11th, 2018, and registrations are now being accepted. National Model Aviation Day was created to encourage clubs to celebrate the hobby and share it with the public. By registering your event, your club will receive stickers for the event and will be listed on the national event map. You can visit nationalmodelaviationday.org for more information.
The Toledo Show RC Model Expo will be held April 6th through the 8th, 2018 in Toledo, Ohio. An AMA Air Express coverage sponsored by Motion RC will bring the show right to you. We'll once again be live daily at 9, 10, 11, 2, and 4 Eastern Daylight Time with new products, how-to tips, and some special history of North America's largest and longest running RC Model Expo. And if you planned on attending the show, be sure to stop by the swap shop to visit RC Resale on the road. You can get a good deal on a new-to-you airplane while supporting the AMA Foundation.
The Subscale Research Lab at NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center recently expanded its fleet of model aircraft. The 60% scale Cub designed by AMA member Bill Hempel was modified by Armstrong to support engineering operations focused on the integration of UAS into the national airspace. The research lab team made its microcub on January 18th. Using models has been crucial to educating engineers and improving technologies that will be beneficial to work with large-scale unmanned vehicles. I'm sure Bill wasn't expecting this from one of his designs, but his model airplane is going to new heights that will ultimately change and redesign the future of UAS flight.
Hosting an FAI World Championship may sound pretty difficult, but according to some of the event organizers for the FAI F1D World Championship for model aircraft, all it requires is a little preparation. Let's take a look.
A little over 2 years ago, Bud Lane came up to us and said that if we held the event in the atrium here, he would sponsor it.
This is being held at French Lick, Indiana, in the famous West Baden Springs Hotel. The hotel is the largest round atrium in the world today. It's about 200 feet in diameter. It's 98 feet tall. So what I think is the best indoor flight site in the world, because you have a hotel and a flying site combined in one.
The bid is easy. It's great now. They have a template. You just fill out a form, get the papers. Getting the papers signed by people is hard. We have to get the owners of the hotel to agree that we can have the event and give permission for the event. But everything else is, we submit a budget, and it's actually very straightforward. They've made it very easy to do. You just fill out the template.
This part was easy, yes.
We'd been flying here once a year before that, so we had a little history with the owners of the hotel, and their response was that the hotel guests really like watching this, and they like seeing these airplanes. So it's a plus for the hotel.
A facility owned by government, it's hard to get it signed off in time. You have to start working in advance. We actually worked about 6 months in advance getting the hotel on board.
We started out at that point, and then Leo Pilichowski, who's my second on this, we began to organize this and get all the entrants lined up and the rules lined up and get FAI approval from Europe to move the contest here from the Ukraine.
We only had one bid. There were 2 people competing, but unfortunately the other country could not get their bid in on time, whatnot. And rules have changed in the last 2 years since we submitted the bid. One of the neat rules that has changed that we agreed, the old rules that you had to provide accommodations for the competitors and they could pay no more than 300 euros, which is about $360 right now. And that rule changed. And now you just have to say that you have accommodations, but you don't have to provide them.
It's a very big deal to get all this put together.
Coming up, it's of course another chance for you to meet an AMA staff member.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
You may have seen Mandy Mikulski and recognize her as the director of the AMA Foundation. Now, let's get to know her a little better.
My name is Mandy Mikulski. I am the Director of Development and Communications. I work for both the Academy of Model Aeronautics and the Academy of Model Aeronautics Foundation. On a daily basis, I lead the foundation, working with our board of directors, Crystal Pearson and Hannah Geis, and together we raise money for the many programs the AMA has outside of your traditional insurance and our magazine Model Aviation. Most of my time is spent with my daughter, Callie Mae. She's 4 years old and she's the light of my life, my whole wide world. So we spend a lot of time doing girly things together. We love to spend time with our family. We also like getting involved with our community with different volunteer things. We try to do all the little nonprofit activities that we can. We are Disney fanatics, so anytime that we can, we plan a trip to Disney. I love home renovation and decorating, so this is my 3rd home that I've worked on doing little makeovers to. Our current house it's just Callie and I, so we have a girly house. We just finished a pink room, for example, so we love that. And then I also love planning events. So I am a certified event planner. For the most part, I just like to help other people plan parties and then turn my daughter's birthday parties into real events. I've tried to teach her how important it is to give back to the community, to give back to your church, to be a good friend, and we do all that we can to make that happen.
So about Mandy, if you do anything reasonably nice for Mandy, the next day you have a thank you card on your desk. So
That's absolutely true.
Mandy's heart is huge. She's a good person.
She's a very good person. Perfect director for the foundation.
Yes, she is. Coming up, learn how your charitable event could earn some recognition.
Want more news and stories from the AMA and Model Aviation magazine? Subscribe to the new Media Minute newsletter. You'll get a quick look at some of the stories you might have missed from model aviation right in your inbox. And for the drone and helicopter enthusiasts, the new Rotor Report is just for you. You'll find stories, tips and tricks, product reviews, and more from the world of helicopters and drones that will get your props spinning. Find these newsletters and others at www.modelaircraft.org/publications.
The new Flying for Good program is designed to capture information about model aircraft flying events and club activities that are being held to raise money for charities and community support. Each month, the AMA Foundation will highlight an event that is shared with us through different AMA media outlets, including AMA Today, the AMA Foundation website, and social media. The first two winners are the Rogue Eagles RC Club and Erie RC Club.
By sharing this information, AMA can capture the great things that our clubs are doing and see how as a community model flying is making a difference. For more information, please visit amafoundation.modelaircraft.org.
That's all for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time, but for now, it's time to get flying.